Can you help us to take to your business model for our viewers?
Customer is calling to the price for some service related query. So we record that call, and that is for quality and compliance purpose. Now with this recording, we have a huge amount of data, interaction data, and we have a profile also created. So based on that, what best action could be created in terms of service that customer, that analysis we provide to our customer, and so that our customer should be able to retain their end customer and provide a much better service. You name a bank, they are our customer. You name a ITS company, we are serving them. All the large companies also we are serving them, because we work in a very niche sector, but a strong sector. It's a 15 billion market globally. And we are servicing close to 12 global locations based out of India. And we have some 8-10 customers from international geographies.
So, welcome to Sunday Investing, and this is the 22nd episode of Know Your Promoter series. And today we have Mr. Appuorv Sinha, who is the promoter of Exato Technologies. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hey Tanmay, good evening. I'm good. Good to meet you.
So, it would be awesome if you take us to your professional journey before Exato Technologies and what have made you to take the plunge to start your own company.
See, Tanmay, I come from a very small town in Bihar, and there, as you also might be knowing, that government job is a priority. So basically, people prefer being a doctor, engineer, going for a PSU, or probably if someone is very high intellect, they crack IS examination. So that's our background. But my intent was that always a innovation. So I did my engineering. I cracked state IIT, state entrance examination, and then did my MBA. Post that, I got an opportunity to work in a startup. That startup was long into map before Google Map came into picture, and I am talking about 20 years back, somewhere around 2005. So, and I learned meeting each and every department, because company was not that big. So, learning all the intricacies of how a startup works, and what product division does, how finance works, how sales works, how management is looking at all this, and how everything is getting integrated, because and how you run into daily problems and solve it, and how you are so super agile and flexible. So that is what I learned there. Now, spending couple of years there, I got an opportunity to for TCS, and then I moved to TCS, worked there for almost a year, and then I got an opportunity in Wipro. So the Wipro was close to 5 years, wherein I was managing some global alliances in customer experience, and I was head of product. So in this, we were working with large product companies, either they were US MNCs or Israeli MNCs, and offering their product and solution along with Wipro services to end customer. So post Wipro, after spending 5 years, I moved to a product company, analytics company. It's a customer experience called Nice Systems. So worked again there for 5 years. And had a great experience, created too many partners. I was heading partner and alliances for South Asia. And that is the time I thought that when I do it for others, why not for ourselves? And and I saw that there is clearly a gap of creating a mid-sized company, because the other companies, Accenture, Infosys, and Wipros of the world, were too big, and then there were very small companies who did not have any capability. So I thought that let's create that company, and that is how Exato journey started. In fact, working with TCS and Wipro, had a great experience working in services or organization, how complex delivery organization works, and they're working with this product company, how they work with a services organization. So in 2016, this Exato journey started, wherein we founded as an analytics company. So in first year, what happened is, I read an article that there was a Hyderabad-based girl who did 10 CR in first year. So I thought that this is a benchmark for us. So let's cross 10 CR. And then we started working on with multiple customers, knocking every door, that I have taken this plunge as an entrepreneur and would like to request you for a chance, that how we can serve you better. We will have all the technical and solution delivery skills. So fortunately, we cracked a large deal with Mahindra Defense. They were having a very big deal for Rajasthan government, for Rajasthan Safe City. So we deployed video analytics, and first year itself we crossed 11 CR. So that was a benchmark. First year we were profitable, and that's how we started, Tanmay.
Got it. So, uh, can you help us to take to your business model for our viewers?
Sure. So, okay. So, let me just give you some more glimpse about the journey. In 2016, we started. We did 11 CR. By 2018, we were almost four times, which we reached 45 CR. And then the COVID came. So during COVID time, we moved more towards software and analytics. We started doing less of hardware, and we started doing more of consulting. So that was a turnaround time for us because we started expanding globally also, and we bagged some deals, some customers based out of US, and that is how we also mitigated during this COVID time. And as you have seen during COVID, there are so many customers who went online. Physical meetings stopped having; they started having online meetings. So that was a game changer for us as well, since we provide technology to the large institutions, whether it's bank or whether it's BPO, etc. So what we do is we are into customer experience analytics. So what a customer experience is, take for example, we serve B2B customer. So my customer is a bank, or my customer is a BPO or a outsourcing service provider, or it could be a traveling company, or it could be an insurance company. So we close to 150 organizations we serve. Now, how we serve is, when a customer is calling to enterprise for some service related query, so we record that call. And that is for quality and compliance purpose. Suppose you have called a bank, so we might hear that this call will be recorded for quality and compliance purpose. So that is how this we start the work, and this is a mandatory from RBI that all these calls should be recorded. Now, with this recording, we have a huge amount of data, interaction data, and we have a profile also created. So based on that, what best action could be created in terms of service that customer, that analysis we provide to our customer, and so that our customer should be able to retain their end customer and provide much better service. So that is our revenue model, wherein we provide those software analytics solutions to our customer, and they retain their customer, and that is how their lifetime value, the cross-selling, upselling, that happens. This we do. You name a bank, they are our customer. You name a ITS company, we are serving them. All the large companies also, we are serving them, because we work in a very niche sector, but a strong sector. It's a 15 billion market globally, and we are servicing close to 12 global locations based out of India, and we have some 8-10 customers from international geographies. So just to add on solution side, so not only software analytics, but we do provide others related solutions, that like infra and communication, like close to 12, 13 banks, we have provided high-end telephony solutions, which is used for communication. So basically, the trading division, we provide turret solutions, which is used for recording, which is used for communication and recording, because these are high-value trade, and every trade is a cash cow for that entity. So these are so we help them and communicate better with their end clients, as well as we record all these interactions. So if you look at that, Tanmay, there is a huge amount of data available, and on that data there is a huge opportunity line, because a great person said that data is the new oil. So we have that huge repository of data. That data is helping us to inform and share more and more output with our customer, so that they can serve their customer better. That is what we are doing.
Got it. So, what kind of client verticals do you have? So, what kind of sectors do we serve at this point?
So we are serving across vertical. We are serving banking. We are serving insurance customer. We are serving retail customers. We are serving healthcare customer. We are serving telecom customer. We are serving travel customer. So it's across vertical. Take for example, Make My Trip is my customer. So is WNS BPO is my customer. Last year, a big BPO called Inventure Knowledge Solution, which is a Mr. Jhunjhunwala promoted company, they got listed. They are one of our big customer, and we got a multi-million dollar deal from them. So and then you name a bank. RBL Bank is my customer. So all these are my customers. So see, customer experience is a very important business, a huge industry. And with advent of AI, this is going to be more productive. And there is a huge potential of technology because, like I was talking about a few minutes back, that with AI, the output is going to become better to serving you better. Like suppose that you are a customer of a bank and you are calling a bank for certain service, and that agent is saying that can I put your call on hold for 2 minutes and it is taking 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You will not be a happy customer. You will say that what is this? I don't have a time, and then it is wasting my time. So, but in that first call, in the first 30 seconds, if your response was provided, so you would have been a very happy customer. So now how is this possible? Like I said, Tanmay, your data is already there. Now, depending on when you are calling again to that bank, AI will give a prompt that this person has, Tanmay has called for this query. He might ask this query again for billing related, for some extra charges related. Please answer that. If an agent is very prompt and addressing you properly and answering all the right queries, so not only it will be cost saving for that bank because that call is closed in less time, but it will be a much happy experience for you because you also don't want to waste time and get your answer done. So this is what the role of AI is going to be in customer experience. And when more and more advanced AI is going to come, the role is going to be bigger and bigger. Now, let me tell you a couple of things. Like you might be knowing, we are all are talking about AI. So now the AI is also getting progressive, and so is in our segment, the customer experience. So in our customer experience with advent of AI, we are not only going to answer all the queries properly and fastly, but we are also going to available 24 cross 7. Take for example, you are in Mumbai and around midnight, your flight is cancelled. You want to book a flight again, your credit card is failing. And when you call that particular credit card provider, they say that this facility is not available. Please call at 6 o'clock in the morning. So you will be very upset. Why you will call 6 o'clock? Because that agent is not working 24 cross 7. Now with AI, there will be a AI agent always available. He will understand that Mr. Tanmay is a very important customer, and this is the basic thing. Okay, sir, your credit card is not working. Let me unlock the card. Let me reset it, and you can use it again. You can book another flight. So all this is going to change, and there is a huge potential coming with respect to adoption of technology. And the market in India as well as outside India is much bigger. So we are growing at a CAGR of around 18 to 20%, and say by 2030, this market is going to be a 30 billion market.
So what is our revenue recognition model? So it is mostly contract basis or it is a variable basis?
See, okay, so we have two models. One is one-time license and solution cost, and there is a related services. And the second model is a subscription model, cloud-based model. Now, people are preferring more and more cloud-based model, and that is also giving us an opportunity for long-term contract. Like in past 2, 3 years, our order book has grown from 50 CR to 515 CR. So, and out of that 515 CR, we have executed some 165 CR of order, and some 350 CR of order is yet to be executed. So if you look at those numbers, like 165 CR, so this shows that credibility that we have executed a part of the order. If you look at the overall order book, you can understand that, okay, this is the huge order book, which is order in hand. And if you look at the balance pipeline, this shows that year on year, we have close to 100 CR worth of billing as on date, which is going to be executed. This shows our financial strength. This shows that we have long-term contract with clients. And one very important thing which I want to emphasize, all these contracts are non-cancelable. Because when we sign this cloud subscription contract, so we clearly mentioned this to our customers as well as to the backend partners that these will be non-cancelable contract. And that is giving us a very strong positioning in the market. Now, second thing is we also have developed our own IP. So that IP is also giving us a lot of strength. Like a very large BPO, Nasdaq listed BPO, when they were choosing a workforce management solution provided by a global company, which we were a partner. So they had an issue that workforce management solution was not connected with payroll solution. Now, workforce management solution helps you that how much this workforce, this particular team has work or person has work. Based on that, he will get extra payroll, extra money, extra incentive. Now, if they are not connected to each other, how this will happen? So we created a IP which is now connected both, and they are able to manage this successfully. Now, when we went back to our product company, they said that we will take it 2 years. We developed that in 3 months. Similarly, there is a case with a mutual fund customer. The mutual fund customer said that it's a compliance that if for some reason the recording is stopped, the call should be disconnected. Now, we developed this solution in 6 months and deployed that. It is working fine. Now we are developing this solution to the global standard. So we are developing our own IPs, taking this to customer, and some of these customers are large IT, ITS, BPO customer and large banking customer. So when we have tested this success with respect to our IP, there is a huge potential that how we can replicate in global market, and that is the plan with this IPO.
All this segment, is R&D driven segment, and lot of technological advancements are happening. So, what kind of investments do our company has in the R&D, and how is it benefiting us, outbeating or outpacing the traditional competition?
See, Tanmay, first of all, please understand that uh, we are partnering with global companies, acquiring customer on that partnership and acquiring knowledge also, and that is helping us a lot in terms of with a less R&D cost. We are much more updated than any other partner. Like we work with a globally number one company in this customer experience domain with a 9 billion cap. Now we have been working with them since last 10 years. We are their top partner for last 5 years. So we know what kind of advancement is happening in technology and AI. Now we are replicating the same with our IP, which is will not be a direct competition, but in a complementary solution. So we are learning from that. And see, it's a very proven model. Like Hero partnered with Honda some 20, 30 years back. And then when the contract was over, Hero launched its own motorcycles and Honda launched its own motorcycles. Same thing which we are doing. We are partnering with global companies, providing their solutions, learning from them, and using that knowledge to develop our own IP and then take it to market. Basically, we are consulting-led services company who partners with global product companies, provide their product as well as customize our services and offering, as well as our own IP. So that's our business model, Tanmay.
Got it. So, our company has seen some 50 to 60% top line growth in FY24, but in FY25, the growth was somewhat around 10%. So, what explains, this slow revenue growth in FY25? Is it some of our billing has gone shifted to FY26, or there is some kind of revenue booking, ups and downs? So, how do you explain this?
No, no, there is no ups and downs, Tanmay. In fact, what was happening is if you look at that data, look at one more data, which is one-time revenue and average ARR, average recurring revenue. See, what has happened is customers have shifted their business model from one-time license to subscription license. So in FY23 to FY24, when you see 56% growth in revenue, that time some major one-time revenue happened. In fact, one bank has given us close to a 35 CR deal. That was one-time revenue. Now, moving to subscription model is really beneficial for us because not only in terms of revenue growth, but in terms of bottom line growth, there is a huge jump. If you see that there is an 80% jump in bottom line, and that is contributed, and this is more and more services driven, and that's how we see the moving forward also, because we that is not only giving us a stickiness with that customer. The customers are giving 5 to 7 years long time contract, non-cancelable, but customers are also giving more and more services because cloud has more services subscription part. So that is helping us more stickiness with this customer, more profitability with that customer. Customer is getting benefited because they do not have to spend once, rather they can pay in parts. So that is how, and in fact, for some reason, their end customer is backing out, still customer is not getting impacted. So because he is signing a contract for 3 to 5 years or 7 years. So that gives a lot of edge to us going on this cloud subscription model. And that is what is helping us in terms of incremental bottom line profitability, as you see.
Got it. So like if I'm getting it correct, the revenues have went from like one time to cyclical so that brings in consistency in the business and better profitability. Correct.
Absolutely.
Uh,
Absolutely.
and talking on the margins, our margins are slightly lower than traditional IT companies, and as we all know, this kind of models have high operating leverage kicking in. So, what kind of margin outlook you would like to give in like given 2 or 3 years down the line?
See, margins are drastically going to improve, Tanmay, and let's understand that we are primarily operating in India market, which is a price sensitive market, and we are having high skilled resources. Now, with the same resource, we do not need to add anything on delivery side or solution side. We need to add it on sales side. If we are doing more and more international deals, like we are going to create a strong presence in US and UK, so that is going to give us, because there are larger deals and better bottom line. Now, our delivery model will be same, serving from India. We are making a 24/7 delivery center. Out of that, these customers will be served. So margins are going to be drastically improved. In fact, if I talk about industry CAGR, it is 18-20%. So our margin will be much more than that. And in fact, the revenue growth will be also much more than that. In fact, next 3 to 5 years, there is a huge jump expected in both in revenue as well as in margin, because we are going to expand our international presence more. Currently, if you see, close to 75-76% of revenue is coming from India and rest only 24%. But in next 2 years, I see that close to 50-60% is going to come from international region, and only 40%, 50% is going to come from India.
So the 18 to 20% margin you spoke is the operating margin, correct?
Yes.
Got it. Got it. So what is our general payment cycle in which we operate? Because I have saw 6 crore of your receivables are slightly aged, like which have been outstanding from more than 6 months. So can you drill down for us?
Okay, so see, in our case, the payment cycle, since okay, so let's understand since the cloud instance takes almost 3 months to get ready. So, but these are high value, high margin deals and long term contracts. So the payment cycle is typically 75 to 90 days. So that is how it is. Once the setup is ready, then the services is required, etc., etc. So that is going to take 75 to 90 days. And if the outstanding which you see with respect to the 6 CR, that is because we work on services milestones. So in certain cases with certain projects, unless that milestone is delivered, the payment is not going to come. Having said that, we have a back-to-back arrangement with our product partners, or we have a back-to-back arrangement that we will be, once this is implemented, we will realize the payment. So there is no risk as such. Like I said, that all these are non-cancelable contract and services heavy. So there is a huge margin on all these orders. But in some cases, there is a milestone-based payment, and because of that, you see some delay.
So it is fair to assume that these receivables will be received and maybe the H1 it has been already received also.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. In H1, it is already, most of the payment is already received. In fact, in H1, we had a good bottom line EBITDA growth and good revenue growth also. So we are on track to achieve our this year numbers.
So without giving any numbers, what is the vision of the company for like maybe near term or medium to longer term? Like what kind of scale our company is looking to achieve in like 2 to 3 years?
See, Tanmay, the industry, it's a very niche industry, and not everyone can possess this skill so easily. There is a entry barrier, and we have crossed that barrier, and now we are serving 150 plus customers. We have people with 200 plus years of experience, a cumulative experience I'm talking about. So we are a market leader in that sense. Now, same thing can be taken globally. So globally, it is couple of $1 billion TAM, total addressable market, and we see a huge chunk of this being addressed by us as we expand our footprints globally. So we intend to grow in coming years much higher than what is the market CAGR, much higher. That is what I can say.
So can you please repeat the order book and timeline of the execution of that order book?
So my current order book is close to 515 CR. Out of that, 165 CR is already being serviced in last one and a half, 2 years. And then rest 350 CR is going to be serviced in next 3 years. So you can assume that 100, 110 CR worth of ARR is already there. That's point number one. Now we are going to add more and more order in next 6 months because there is a good pipeline. I'm talking about the order in hand, but there is a good pipeline also which is there. So looking at that pipeline, I expect that there is a decent growth this year as well, both on revenue side as well as on profitability side.
Means this will be the recurring revenues and the one-time revenues will add as the growth.
Absolutely.
Any final message you would like to leave for your potential shareholders?
See, so we are quite advanced company in what we do. A very good clientele, 150 plus customers we have been serving. And if you look at those customers, 50-60% are global customers. So the customers who have a base in India, but they have a much bigger base internationally. And once we go international, we will be able to service them in international region, and we will get lot of references in those international markets. So international market is almost 10 times than what the market we are serving. In fact, much bigger than that. So a huge potential for growth, and there is a huge potential how we can build a good scalable company. The message which I want to give is we are quite excited with the journey ahead, and I look forward to more and more partnership how we can scale it to next level.
So before leaving, I just saw this word Exato, being an interesting word. So what is the story behind this word?
Exato is, if you see our arrow, it is hitting the bull's eye. And it is showing the growth direction. It's a Spanish Portuguese word which says that to the point. So we are very target focused to the point. We are aggressive organization. That's how we are. We are a sales engine. That's how we have grown. But having said that, we believe in solving customer problem. We are a consulting led sales. We proudly say that we want to build our organization with something like McKinsey at the front and TCS at the back end. So consulting-led approach in solving customer problem, at the same time having a very strong services skill set, which can help in serving the customer. That's how the Exato name came.
Thank you, sir, for telling that.
Thanks, Tanmay.